As soon as we arrived at the Stammlager, we were deprived of all the objects we had on us, including our identity papers, watches, wallets, pens, glasses, rings. All the ordinary objects a man may have on him were thrown onto separate piles, according to type.
We are unloaded into the hospital courtyard. 2 or 3 SS, and above all, a swarm of prisoners, well-fed, well-dressed, in suits admittedly striped but thick, rush at the captives, shouting in German and Polish, and explaining that they are going to have everything taken away. They ask for valuables, jewelry, watches, pens, lighters. They promise food or a less arduous commando for the following days. And, amazingly, in some very rare cases, they keep their word. Along with these prominent prisoners, little jackals, Stubendienst, camp workers, and others circle cautiously around the new arrivals and are beaten with sticks by the SS and also the prominent prisoners. They make do with a shirt, jumpers, cigarettes, food. Some of the doctors or nurses take part in the scramble. The big ones vaunt the services they can offer. The small ones beg for the sick prisoners in the infirmary, who will never get anything.
A long, absolutely empty hut appears before us. We have to go inside, strip naked, make a bundle with all our things, leaving everything in the pockets.
They examine the mouth and buttock folds on the pretext of detecting venereal disease or lice. In fact, they are looking for valuables that might be hidden there.
Three German officers are there. They order us to undress, but we hesitate. Out of cold, fear, modesty. 4 girls with belts in their hands push us about, laugh, shout, and pull off our clothes if they think we are undressing too slowly. If anyone grumbles, she gets a whack with a belt. Even so, we attempt to fold our dresses or coats, but they kick them away in heaps. The Germans are looking at us. Young girls of 16 or 17 are embarrassed at being naked in front of men and don't know what to do with themselves. A fat girl in a headscarf, Polish, grabs me by the arm, and before I can understand or resist, quickly pricks my forearm with a sort of pen holder with short, sharp jabs, watched by a German officer. From now on, I will be number 74837.
Then we go in front of tables where secretaries, Schreiber, write down our civil status.
No nationality is marked for the Jews, since they are by definition stateless. In the special peculiarity section, they note the number of gold teeth, crowns, and bridges.
Any false information, we are told, constitutes an intellectual forgery and will be punished as such. This does not prevent a good many deliberate falsifications, especially about the family's address in France, the profession, and date of birth.
The smartest ones give a manual profession. It is dangerous to be a shopkeeper, a lawyer, a teacher. The toughest commandos are reserved for prisoners in these categories.
With another push, I am seated on a stool and off with my hair. A minute later, it lies on the floor before I realize what's happening. The door opens and a second girl from our group is pushed in, just as I was. She looks at my shaven head with such an appalled expression, I can't help laughing. But this doesn't please the Polish woman, and I receive a mighty slap in the face, the first of many.
The hot shower that follows is the only comfort of the day.
The water runs lukewarm, but we have neither soap nor towels. We have to dry ourselves in minus 30-degree weather.
A pair of shorts, a shirt, trousers, and a jacket, all lamentably dirty and time-worn, are handed out. And here we are, transformed into anonymous tramps.
We have to put on these rags in 3 minutes and quickly get back into rows of 5. I was given a shirt made of run-proof material, dirty and tattered, and a dress that must once have been black, but has turned green and yellowish after being worn by 20 other prisoners before me. The shoes were unbelievable. One was a woman's 1900 period boot with a worn-down Louis XV heel and no lace, size 3. The other was a man's low-heeled shoe, as worn down as the first, size 10. To top it off, they were both for the right foot.
Squeezed tightly together in a much too restricted space, we collapse onto the bare concrete floor, exhausted late in the night.
The drilling starts the next morning.